Hello everyone, welcome to my civil engineering YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it and hit the bell icon to get notified when I post my new videos. Today I'll be discussing regarding funicular nature of arch. So what is the funicular nature of an arch? So I just consider a three-hinged parabolic arch subjected to a UDL. I just consider a three-hinged parabolic arch subjected to a uniformly distributed load throughout the entire span when with the support condition at same level, means the supports are not at the different level. Then in such case the bending moment at any section of an arch will be equal to 0, right? The bending moment in this case, whenever the arch is subjected to uniformly distributed load throughout the span, which is at the same support level, then in such case the bending moment at any section of the arch is considered to be 0. It is always equal to 0. Why is this? This is because due to the shape of the moment, which is equal or which is same as that of the geometrical shape of the arch. So you can just see here. I have just sorted down some of the sketches here. So the first sketch represents a triangular cable wherein it is subjected to a single concentrated load in that. So two hinged triangular load, two hinged triangular cable wherein it is subjected a central concentrated load. So whenever if I take the bending moment of the first figure, it remains the same as that of the shape of the cable when it is subjected to the load. So that in such cases wherever you take the bending moment at any part of the any part of the structure, then the bending moment will be equal to 0. Why? Because it follows the same shape as that of the shape of the structure. Second figure also, and that of third figure, it is having a two concentrated load, which is of a span with some distance, and it is symmetric in nature. So here you can just observe, as in case of arches here, in case of arches the same amount of bending moment when it is subjected to the UDL. So you can just identify the sketches here. So it should be symmetrical, it should be having the same amount of magnitude of the load when it is subjected to more than one load. So in such cases you can just expect the funicular nature of the structures. So in case of arch, the funicular nature of the structure is expected only when it is subjected to the uniformly distributed load throughout the entire span. So and this the one limitation of this funicular nature of the arch is that it is experienced only in case of the flexible structure. So in case of ropes, cables, etc. So as in case of steel or RCC structures, it cannot be adapted, the funicular nature cannot be adapted due to its rigidity. And apart from this, if a rigid structure is designed by assuming the zero bending moment, so suppose if a rigid structure, suppose a concrete structure is designed, if I want to construct a building and if I just design it by assuming the bending moment as zero at some particular point of a structure, then overall structure will experience the moment under the different loaded conditions, and it lead to the failure of the structure. So it should be we should be careful regarding this. So funicular nature is nothing but the nature of a structure wherein the bending moment is equal to the geometrical shape of the structure, so that at any point of the structure the bending moment experienced will be equal to 0. And then the only one limitation is in case of funicular nature is that it will be experienced by that of the flexible structure itself. But whereas in case of rigid structure, if we assume in as a zero bending moment, then it will be experiencing the extra bending moment, so that under the different loaded conditions, so that it may lead to the failure of the structure. So this is the funicular nature of the arch is in concern. So in order to validate or in order to prove this funicular nature of the structure, I have taken a problem wherein I have taken a three-hinged parabolic arch A, B, C. So here, where L is the length of the arch and H is the raise of the arch, that is from the support level to that of C, that is the crown, and x is a distance. I have taken a section x here. I have taken a section xx. So wherein x is the horizontal distance from A, support A, to that of the section xx, and y is the vertical distance from the support level to that of the section xx. And throughout the section we have a UDL of W per meter. So we need to show that the bending moment at any part of the section of an arch is equal to 0. So the first step is that we need to apply the vertical equilibrium condition for the arch. So vertical equilibrium condition of the arch, we have the three forces here. So two vertical forces with reference supports, and one is due to the external loading. So VA and VB are due to the supports. Therefore it and again it is in upward direction, hence it is considered as positive. And W is the external loading which is acting in the downward direction at an span of L. Therefore, it is considered to be negative, and I have considered upward going forces as equal to downward forces. Therefore, VA plus VB is equal to W is the UDL which is acting, it is in kilonewton per meter, multiply with the amount of span to which the load acts. So it is W per meter, it is there. So convert that into kilonewton. So how to convert it? Multiply with that of the span to which it is acting. So it is W into L. So VA plus VB is equal to W into L. So since if you just consider the structure, if you see the structure itself, it is symmetrical in nature throughout the span. Throughout the span, the load acting is constant. So it can be said as symmetric in nature. So we can just directly say that VA is equal to VB. Therefore W into L by 2 is the support reactions of VA and VB. The next step is that I need to calculate what is the value of H, the horizontal reaction. So horizontal reaction, in order to find out the horizontal reaction of the supports, I need to determine the moment about C point, that is the crown point. So I just take either left or right span into consideration. So here we can just take either of the span side into consideration. So here I am taking left side, that is towards the support A, into consideration, and I have taken clockwise movements as positive and anti-clockwise movements as negative here. So VA into L by 2, VA into L by 2, it is in clockwise direction, hence it is considered to be positive. And H into H is the horizontal reaction into the rise distance towards the crown is capital H into small h. Then it is in anti-clockwise direction, hence it is negative. So W is the uniformly distributed load, it is acting at the distance of L by 2 here, at the distance of L by 2. So convert that into kilonewton first. So how to convert? W in multiplied with that of L by 2 and half of that L by 2 distance, that is L by 4. So W into L by 2 into L by 4. So it is again acting in the anti-clockwise direction, hence it is considered to be negative. So since in the earlier discussions also I have said that the moment about the crown will always be equal to 0, therefore I have equated this to 0. Again, by solving these equations, I can get the unknown value of h as wl square by 8h. By solving the above equation, I'll get the horizontal reaction of the support as wl square by 8h. Now the second step is, I have considered a section xx, which I have shown earlier, at a distance of x, at a horizontal distance of x from support A and vertical distance of y from support, the arch rib. Why I have considered the section xx is that I need to prove at any of the section of the arch, when it is subjected to the only UDL throughout the entire span, then the bending moment should be equal to 0. So I have considered the section xx. So that I need to show that at the section xx, the moment about section xx is equal to 0. So here I have considered the moment about section xx. I need to calculate the moment about section xx. So the forces here are Va, H and W. So Va into x is a distance between xx and support A. So Va into x, it is acting in the clockwise direction, hence it is taken as positive. So Va into x, and horizontal reaction h into the vertical distance from support level to the top of the xx section of the arch rib is y. Therefore xx, h into y, it is acting in the anti-clockwise direction, hence it is taken as negative. Va into x minus h into y, and then the remaining force is w. It is acting at the distance of x here. So w into x, convert that into kilonewton. So w into x into half of the span is x by 2. So w into x by 2. So again it is acting in the anti-clockwise direction, hence it is taken as negative. So here, after substitute the values of Va, H, what we have got the values. So after substituting all the values, we'll get the equation like this. So after solving this equation, I will get all the values gets cancels each other, so that I will get the moment about the section xx is equal to 0. So I just repeated this funicular nature of the arch in case of three hinged arch, so will be only applicable when it is subjected to the UDL throughout the span, and it should be the symmetrical loading. So that is only in case of UDL you can expect the funicular nature. So none other than other kind of unsymmetrical nature of the forces, you cannot expect the funicular nature of the arch. Therefore the bending moment can't be equal to 0 apart from the UDL throughout the entire span. So therefore UDL, the arch, when it is subjected to the UDL throughout the entire span, you can expect the 0 bending moment at any part of the arch. So thank you.